Save the Sun syndrome often storms all over daughters that want to cook, want to work hard to earn money which they don't want to spend on utter nonsense, want to pay their own rent without subjecting to a guy's way of life, live a simple life after having chased all of what is the common notion of success, neck in neck, shoulder to shoulder with the guys, want to live their dream and passion despite getting kicked out of places they took their daring heart to, and while not being a burden on or depending on a father or a husband, even if unfortunately having to seek help thanks to circumstance and the way society murders voices and skill. Choosing to not have a child but work hard to share joy with all children their paths cross, giving solutions to problems of society while also trying to help change things from the root for the future generations. But often the adults we look to for guidance due to their ignorance or inability to hear the perspective of another generation, like they once must have faced in life, are unable to hear your intentions and label you something they feel right. I was told, you either stay with your family or come back, but don't stay alone. तुमको बड़ों का आदर करना नहीं आया. It must be your fault only. When they didn't once hear or understand why I chose to leave, why I chose to support my journey alone after having given all that time to the illusion that society grooms you for since the moment you're born, boy or girl. I felt disgusted with myself in having stood up for myself. After having learned the hard way what happens when you stand for those who don't stand for you thanks to their inability to stand and voice to their own parents. There can be so much love and understanding, and all of it goes away in process of rebelling from the way it should be according to the elders to making it your own way. Even though we're all human and only learned from making mistakes, a son is appreciated no matter what, and a daughter is a humiliation no matter what, to some extent, if not fully. But I have seen miracles in this changing as I lived not like a girl or a boy, but like a human. After a year of patience to be able to host your parents in your nest, in a society where a girl is expected to not care about her parents and make rotis for the boy's parents for life, not caring about any of her health, her abilities, nothing, is very empowering. Prioritizing that instead in the forefront and walking away from disrespect and lack of love, oh, that is the most difficult choice, but so empowering, even if very frightening as you're going about it. That's something hardly anyone understood. Going from seeing someone just as a housewife to see the sacrifices it takes to raise a child and family and micromanage things for the husband, children, and seeing the beauty of how men can cook and do so much more than women if allowed to, I see that all these stereotypes are limitations. We set them on ourselves and then expect others to conform to them. And if they don't, we give them silent treatment, cut them out, or make it impossible for them to continue to work and make a name in India or contribute to its growth. Nobody would understand the health issues you went through at your age, but it would be about how you didn't know how to respect the elders, when that is not true at all. You, out of respect, would make the effort to change things so they too could heal from the root. But it's too late, darling. Don't wreck yourself in trying to help them. You help you. God in all forms knows, and that's more than enough. The universe knows what my heart went through and continues to reflect on. Girls, your rotis are good enough. Don't doubt your worth because it couldn't fit into the system where anything you do is not good enough to deserve love and respect. Not everyone is built to be the same. I wish everyone could wake up to this. Not every man has to support financially a partner. Not every daughter has to get married. I wish mothers heard their sons. I wish fathers heard their daughters. I wish everyone heard everyone, for that matter. What a wholesome society it would be than the one that blames that mother for running away without questioning what led to that, or blames the child for speaking up to put an end to a generational curse, and so on and so forth. And truth is, it's in you how much you want to speak up for and against, irrespective of who's with you or not with you on this journey. I wish the entire system and every human can heal from the labels of man, woman, family, marriage, and whatnot, and find better ways to thrive, making space for everyone's strength. No, my rotis aren't good enough as any mother-in-law, another woman, But I sleep in peace knowing I make it for myself and once in a blue moon. If I choose to or steam veggies or another day and go by my pace of less is more and not mindlessly bringing plastic bags and wasting food or hoarding it and calling it the basic family and that I couldn't fit in, I sleep in peace. The universe watches everyone who prays to God but doesn't know how to treat a soul that tries to voice change and help oneself, and by sharing the journey, hopefully helping any other stuck in such a dilemma. It's a horrible system, but I find the beauty in it one action at a time, one day at a time, regardless of who I thought was all about love understands or doesn't. We learn from our life and mistakes and can't expect anyone to understand our choices in life. We can only change ourselves, not anyone else who doesn't want to help themselves. I take their taunts, gaslighting, judgment, everything, and live my life wishing them love. Thankful to the few times I could help, even if they didn't understand. Stepping away is not selfish, it's an act of love in a world that thrives on hate, ego, anger, and fear. Walk away and have so much love in your heart, irrespective of what they make it look like, according to what their definition of success and right is, according to them. My work, my dreams, my income, my ideas for a world of less suffering, it's all as important as the job of the man that earns for a family or the dentist and designer's son. Only I learned to stand up for me when I saw who all doesn't stand up for me. Everyone reports to source, and it's each person's action and intention that writes their karma. Don't fear the adults that didn't get it, or for the boys that frame, or for the crowd that points fingers not knowing of a day when their own actions will be at the receiving end of what they subjected another to without once giving thought to what it takes to be them in this world. Thank you, universe, for the love, hate, and lessons, and for the experience of learning and unlearning roti making and hoping.